After a violent storm, a strange mist covers a small town. A group of people becomes trapped inside a supermarket, while deadly creatures move outside. But as fear spreads, the people inside may become even more dangerous than the monsters. A violent storm hits Bridget in Maine. The next morning, David Drayton finds that a tree from his neighbor Brent's yard has destroyed the family boathouse. While checking the damage with his wife and son, David notices a pale mist moving down from the mountains. David drives into town with Billy and Brent. Military trucks pass them, heading toward the mountains. At the supermarket, sirens begin as police and military vehicles rush through town. Then Dan Miller runs inside with blood on his face, warning that something in the mist took a man. Moments later, the mist covers the parking lot. A woman begs someone to help her reach her 2 daughters at home. No one volunteers. She leaves the supermarket alone and disappears into the mist. At the loading dock, David finds smoke coming from the generator and hears strange sounds outside. A young employee opens the garage door. A long tentacle grabs his leg and begins pulling him away. David and Ollie try to save him, but the creature takes him. Before closing the door, they cut off part of its tentacle. The customers refuse to believe David until he shows them the severed tentacle. They immediately begin barricading the windows. Mrs. Carmody declares that Judgment Day has arrived. As fear grows, some people begin following her. That night, the survivors turn on the floodlights outside. Instead of driving the creatures away, the lights attract them. Large flying insects break through the windows and enter the store. The attack throws the supermarket into chaos as people are killed and fire spreads through the aisles. Mrs. Carmody survives unharmed, convincing her followers that she is protected. The next morning, David leads a small group to a nearby pharmacy for medicine. Inside, they find victims trapped in webs as giant spider-like creatures attack. 2 men are killed before the others escape back to the supermarket. Mrs. Carmody uses the failed mission to demand sacrifices. David remembers a dying soldier apologizing at the pharmacy. 2 other soldiers are found dead, and Jessup finally reveals that Project Arrowhead opened a doorway into another dimension. The creatures came through it. Carmody's followers blame Jessup and force him outside. A large creature takes him almost immediately. That night, Billy asks David not to let the crowd take him. David promises to protect his son. Before dawn, David prepares to leave with Billy, Amanda, Dan, Irene, and Ollie. Mrs. Carmody blocks them and demands Billy as the next sacrifice. Ollie shoots her, giving the group time to escape. Outside, creatures attack them, and only David, Billy, Amanda, Dan, and Irene reach the car. David drives to his home and finds his wife, Stephanie, dead inside a web. The group continues through the mist, passing abandoned cars and a massive 6-legged creature. After hours of driving, the car finally runs out of fuel. David hears creatures moving closer and checks the gun. Only 4 bullets remain for 5 people. Believing there is no escape, he keeps the promise he made to Billy. When the gun is empty, David steps into the mist alone and waits for the creatures. Instead of monsters, military vehicles appear as the mist begins to clear. The army is destroying the creatures and rescuing survivors. David sees the woman who left the supermarket earlier with both of her children alive. He realizes that rescue arrived only moments too late.